Hi, so I'm Tom Hunt, Member of Parliament for Ipswich. You might remember that I did an Ask Me Anything session a few weeks ago, and I'm doing another one. Are there preparations being made in Ipswich to help combat the coronavirus? There have been. So actually I went to Ipswich Hospital about 4 weeks ago with some of the other Suffolk MPs to meet the Chief Executive. It was reassuring to see that even then Ipswich Hospital had set up pods at the hospital where those suspected of having the virus would be quarantined. So that was quite reassuring to see that 4 weeks ago, and bearing in mind what's happened since, I'm incredibly pleased that those steps were taken early on. So we are prepared in Ipswich if the spread continues, and I'm monitoring the situation very closely and being updated. What is your role in the Education Select Committee? So I mentioned before that I was appointed by MPs to the Education Select Committee. My role on that committee is I'm one of 11 members of Parliament who's charged with holding to account the Department for Education, Ofsted and the other associated organisations. Are the government doing anything to help places like the Bridge Ward in Ipswich? Some of you might have seen that last week I raised in Parliament the fact that one of the areas of Ipswich called Bridge Ward has been identified as being a part of the town which is quite deprived, and there are a number of issues there. Healthy life expectancy for men and women is 5 years lower than it is for the average in the country. So I am very keen that this is addressed, and that the government give us the support we need in that part of town to help address some of those issues, and hopefully for them to set up something called a community wealth fund to funnel extra money into those deprived areas. So that's what I raised in Parliament last week, and hopefully the government can move on that issue in a positive way. I'm Tom Hunt, Member of Parliament for Ipswich. That was Ask Me Anything, my second one. I'm going to hold a third one at some point, so if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, please do leave a comment on this video or send me an email.